Images of Russian youth taking selfies against the backdrop of an oil base that started burning in Sochi after a Ukrainian drone attack have gone viral on social media and have caused a stir in society. Two girls and a boy are laughing, taking content in front of a burning object, taking selfies, and approaching the incident with irony. Immediately after the footage was released, Russian State Duma Deputy Elena Mizalina publicly condemned their behavior. Law enforcement agencies then took action. Kremlin-affiliated police found the young men and made them apologize on camera. They said they were drunk at the time of the incident and regretted their actions. Recall, Ukrainian drone attack has sparked a fire at an oil depot in Sochi, the southwestern Russian resort that hosted the 2014 Winter Olympic Games, local authorities say. The attack came a day after Ukraine's military said it struck the Ryazan oil refinery in central Russia, causing a fire. Ukraine has regularly hit Russian oil and gas infrastructure in response to attacks on its own territory since Russia began its war in February 2022. Airstrikes on Sochi, about 400 kilometers southeast of the Ukrainian border, are relatively rare compared with other Russian cities. However, Ukrainian drone attacks killed 2 people in the region late last month, according to local authorities.
Кто снимал из вас на видео?
Я 3 августа снимала видео в социальную сеть TikTok со своими друзьями.
Кому пересылали видео?
Присылали видео на работу.
В состоянии алкогольного опьянения находились?
Да.
Цель какая была?
Просто показать возгорание большое.
В содеянном раскаиваетесь?
Да, раскаиваюсь.
Вину свою признаете?
Признаем.
Приехали из города Нижний Тагил с целью трудоустроиться в город Сочи. Приносим свои искренние извинения за то, что снялись видеоролики на фоне горящей и выложили в соцсеть. Ролик не выкладывали с целью кого-то оскорбить или обидеть. Обязуемся больше при таких ошибок не совершать. Видеоролик был уже удален. Готовы понести наказание по законодательству Российской Федерации.
The Russian army dropped 2 guided aerial bombs on a car bridge in Kherson leading to the Korabel neighborhood on the evening of August 2, according to the head of the Kherson Regional Military Administration, Oleksandr Prokyudin. The footage of the moment of strike and the explosion that followed has been released. As a result, the bridge was damaged. In addition, 3 private homes and 1 apartment building were affected by the shelling, Prokyudin reported. Presently, there are no reports of casualties, he added. Later, Prokyudin urged residents of the Korabel neighborhood to evacuate to other parts of the city, as it has become difficult to deliver food supplies there due to the Russian airstrike. He also noted that a gas pipeline was damaged, so the neighborhood will temporarily be left without gas. Telegram channels published photos of the damaged bridge, showing a large hole in the road surface. According to UNAN, citing volunteers, there is a through hole in the bridge that can still be bypassed. In an interview with RBC Ukraine, deputy head of the Kherson Regional Military Administration, Oleksandr Tolokonnikov, said the condition of the bridge would be assessed by experts after inspection. On the morning of the same day, Russian forces also shelled Kherson, killing 2 civilians and seriously injuring 2 others. The Ukrainian Air Force has identified and struck the headquarters and ammunition depot of the occupying Russian army near the border with Russia's Belgorod region. The strike, carried out using Western-made air bombs known for their high precision, resulted in the destruction of the building and hangar, as well as the elimination of soldiers and equipment located there. Additionally, aerial reconnaissance units from the Cherny Roy division of the Ukrainian armed forces targeted the positions and artillery installations of Russian troops in a forested area near the border. The positions and occupying forces were destroyed by munitions dropped from drones, and the artillery systems were also rendered inoperable.
Baku and Moscow have found themselves at the center of a new diplomatic conflict. The reason was the demolition of a monument to the artist Ivan Aivazovsky in the city of Khankendi of Azerbaijan. This city is formerly the capital of the unrecognized Armenian separatist regime in Karabakh. Moscow's reaction to this decision caused a real resonance in Baku. Russian propagandists, criticizing the dismantling of the monument, called the city by its old occupation name, Stepanakert. Azerbaijani media and government agencies issued a harsh response. The Azerbaijani Foreign Ministry has called on Russia's state-run TASS news agency to apologize for using an outdated name that was used during the existence of the illegal NKR. If the Russian side does not stop distorting Azerbaijani toponymy, then Baku, guided by the principle of reciprocity, can also call various toponyms on the territory of Russia by their historical names, Baku noted. The popular publication Minval has already put this threat into practice. In its publications, it calls the Russian Kaliningrad Königsberg, recalling that the city should belong to Germany. Also, Azerbaijani media are planning to write Orenburg instead of Orenburg, Sarisu instead of Volgograd, and call Grozny Solzagala. The full list was also published by the country's largest agency, Azertak. TASS initially edited the article, removing the mention of Stepanakert, but later restored the name. Tensions between the two countries have been escalating for months, ever since Russian forces shot down an Azerbaijani civilian plane over Chechnya. Russian dictator Vladimir Putin has neither taken responsibility for the crime nor apologized to Baku. Instead of apologies, there was repression. Mass raids on members of the Azerbaijani diaspora began in Russia. Dozens of people were detained. There are reports of torture, cruel treatment, and the death of at least 2 Azerbaijani citizens as a result of violence by Russian security forces. Thus, the diplomatic tension between Baku and Moscow has gone beyond words and official statements. It has grown into a sharp informational and humanitarian confrontation. And apparently, Azerbaijan intends to defend its positions harshly